Okay, I'm laughing because I thought this would be a quaint little place to film and that you'd be able to see some of the view, but I look like a small child. Never mind, we're gonna go with it. It's day two. I have honestly had the best day. Um, it didn't start the way I wanted it to because I was gonna get up early and go to the gym and then go on this forest hike, but I couldn't really sleep last night. I went to bed quite late and I just couldn't get to sleep because it was so hot. And so I found it really hard to wake up early. Basically, the day just went off to a full start, and I decided that I would go up to the town and explore the churches and just see what's going on in the little town centre. So I did that today and it was just so nice. Like, everything here is so nice. It feels so safe. It's so easy. Um, and everything was just lovely. So, I'll insert some clips. I went up and I went to the church and there was a church service on, so I kind of stayed there and listened and watched that for a little bit. Honestly, this is what I love about solo travel is you don't have anybody else to kind of ask their opinion, like, oh, should we go here or should we go there, or I fancy doing this, and then you kind of have to go along with what another person wants to do. Whereas when you're on your own, you literally just have yourself and a little voice in your head that says, go over there, don't go over there, let's do this, let's do this. And that leads you to find some really cool things. So, for example, there was this sign for Our Lady of the Grotto, and I had seen it when I was looking up stuff to do with Mellieha, but I didn't really know what it was. I thought maybe it was going to be a statue or something, and I thought, well, it's right there, let's go and let's have a look. So I went and it was down some stairs, and oh my God, I'm so glad I went because what it was this tiny underground church, like a chapel. It was in the dark and there were all of these red candles and there was like a shrine at the back. And I went in there and there were about 5 women sitting there praying. And so I just sat and I joined them. Nobody talked, nobody moved. Everybody was just sitting there in complete silence. And it was, I swear, it was the most peaceful, amazing experience. I sat there for ages. I didn't want to move. Yeah, it was really emotional actually. I was expecting some kind of tourist attraction, and I guess it is a tourist attraction, but it didn't feel like that. It felt like I had gone into somebody's private church. So I'm really glad that I kind of followed that little voice that said, go and look at that. Then the other thing was, okay, now, like anyone who likes Starbucks, don't get mad at me, but Starbucks coffee is the most disgusting coffee on the planet, in my opinion. But it is boiling, it's 30 degrees. I really wanted an iced coffee, and there was a Starbucks right there. And I was like, no, don't go to Starbucks. You passed a nice cafe when you came in. Why don't we go there? And I was just going back and forth in my head, and then I said, okay, no, go to Starbucks because I want to sit down right now with an iced coffee. So I went and I got an iced coffee from Starbucks. immediately regretted it because it is truly the worst coffee that has ever been invented. You know what I did? I had this voice in my head saying, no, you came here for a nice time, abandon this coffee and go back to that coffee shop that you saw when you came in. So that's what I did. I abandoned my coffee after like 2 sips and I walked back to this coffee shop that I saw when I came in. And it's called Seaview. And oh my God, I am so glad I did, because this coffee shop, the views, the coffee, the service, they were so friendly there, and they had a vegan menu. So I ended up, after my coffee, I was like, I don't want to go home. I don't want to go, I was like, I don't want to go back to the hotel and have a mediocre buffet. I'm going to stay here. So I got the vegan breakfast and the watermelon juice, and I must have stayed there for over an hour just staring at this view and thinking about how lucky I am to be there. I don't know, I was just thinking about my whole life. And I think that's another thing when you're traveling on your own, because you don't have anyone to talk to, you just think things. And I was sitting there just thinking about my life, and I was just so grateful and so happy. Listen to that voice in your head that says, dump the Starbucks and go to the nice cafe, because it's going to lead you somewhere amazing. The weird thing is that just now, so before I came here, I went on Google Maps and I starred a bunch of places that I might want to go to. And I was looking at that because I was looking at, okay, where have I been and where else do I want to go? And I realized that I had actually starred that cafe before I came here, the Seaview Cafe, and I completely forgot about it. And so that was a place that I had intended to go to anyway, and I didn't even realize that I had gone there. Solo travel is amazing. Like, you just have all of these, like, you get led places that you don't, like, I feel like I don't even have to plan anything. I just go out and I just find things, and it's exactly where I need to go. So another example is this afternoon, I really wanted to go swimming in the sea, or at least I just wanted to be near the sea. And I was planning on going up the beach where I went yesterday. But when I was coming back from town, I noticed that there were all of these places like down by the harbour where it was just like concrete, and there were all of these ladders where you could go down into the sea, and everybody was just sitting there, and it was so quiet. So I thought, okay, let me go up that side because it's a little bit closer than going to the beach. So I walked down there and I was looking for a place, and then I found this little beach, like a tiny little beach. And so I climbed down there, and literally I was on my own the whole time on this tiny little beach. There are all of these little places here like this where you can just go into the water. And that's all along here, like they make it so easy. Like here. So easy to get in and out of the water. And I met a woman and her daughter while I was swimming, and she was saying, yeah, you know, I'm shocked at how quiet it is. Yesterday it was absolutely rammed, but I suppose everybody has left now because school has started again. It's just like, how lucky am I to have found this place, you know? And this was just from walking around, keeping my eyes and my ears open. And I was thinking to myself, I don't even know if, I think I said this in an earlier clip actually, but I don't even know if I'm going to be able to swim in the sea, because being on my own, I don't want to leave my stuff on the beach and then just like go out into the sea. So I was kind of thinking, yeah, you know, I'll probably not swim in the sea, but at least I can just sit there. But this was so quiet and so safe and secluded that I just did it. Just all of these things happened to me today, and yeah, I've just had the best day. A complete turnaround from how I felt yesterday, at least yesterday morning. It really does just take a day or so to get your bearings, because now I've been here 2 days. I feel like I know the place. I feel so comfortable here. So yeah, I've had a good day. That's my update for today. Tomorrow, gonna go hiking. Tonight, I'm going to, I don't know, go and see the entertainment again. Made me sleepy last night. Like, it's not very entertaining. But it's all part of it, I guess. I brought some really nice outfits with me to wear in the evenings, and the thing is, it's so hot. Like, you have no idea. It's so hot. As soon as I put anything on and I go outside, it's just drenched in sweat. So I am gonna wear my nice outfits, but it's just very unpleasant. Oh, and at the weekend, there is this party. There's a party in the town. I feel like I want to go to that. You know what I find hilarious is that before I came on this trip, I said, you know, I've gone all inclusive because then I don't have to leave the hotel, and I'm probably just going to stay by the pool every day. I don't think I'm going to go anywhere, you know, just in case I don't feel safe. I've been at the pool like 2 hours the whole time I've been here. And now I'm like, let me go out. Let me go everywhere. I am not a person that can lie at the pool for very long. I want to go out and explore and see things. And this place feels really, really safe. So, no problems. I just find it hilarious that that was my plan, to sit by the pool for 7 days. As if.